Laticia Lee Rolle in the building.
Why did I say my whole government name?
Oh yeah, nobody knows your government name. We can.
Yeah, that's
Everybody should. This is the real you. This is what we're trying to do.
And you know what?
Well, you know what? We'll do Laticia Lee. I'll just say Laticia Lee.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell everybody that's
like
not your real
Laticia
name
Rolle.
though. I'm gonna tell you this is not her real name, everybody.
It's a
But
fake
this
name.
is a fake name. Her name is not. Okay, but for real,
Okay, serious.
Laticia Lee Rolle. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Today's
Good?
a good day. My friend, Philip O'Connell, designed me this beautiful
Your
bracelet.
friend made that?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this probably for 2 years.
Dang.
And I finally received it. It's also made of 5 recycled pieces of denim, and it's really beautiful. So I'm
5
really happy.
pairs of jeans
Yes.
were used to make that
Yeah,
dress?
literally.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you know him, but it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to that guy. I need to know how he did that. That's
I'll give
amazing.
you his number after.
Okay. I like it. You look great in it.
Thank you.
You look great in it. So what are you up to these days? First of all, introduce yourself. What is your name? What do you do?
Yes. So my name is Laticia Rolle, and I do a couple things, to be honest. So I design baseball hats.
Okay.
Whenever I tell people I design baseball hats, they look at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
They're like, what the fuck do you
Yeah,
design
yeah.
baseball hats? I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I do. I literally invented a baseball hat for me, for my texture, and
Okay.
for business.
Okay.
I also have a podcast called Girl, We Got This.
Okay.
Because we women need to support each other more than ever, especially in times like so. And I feel like there's so much power in sisterhood, but in real time, not just trendy time, or it's like
Right.
feminism and all this shit, like
Right.
real life. So Girl, We Got This, I tell true, real, raw stories, and I just interview real ass women that want to get deep.
Okay.
And we share with everybody. And then I model and act, and yeah, that's it. That's me.
Very cool. We've known each other for some time, haven't we?
No.
This
High
is
school.
since high school, man. Way back. That's
the good old days.
Were those the good old days though? I don't know. Those days weren't so great for me. They were good in a lot of ways, but you know,
I remember. I mean,
I learned a lot.
I don't want to say they weren't good days, because that's when we were growing. That was like our growth days, our evolving days.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts. So where you from?
You had a very awesome experience.
I had a unique experience
You did. That's why. That's why.
in
he's
boarding
saying
school.
this.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
saying. We'll
saying.
keep that to ourselves.
I'm from Gardner, Massachusetts. Small town.
Small town.
Yeah.
Okay. And
small town.
the school we went to was in Worcester, right?
Yeah, Worcester
Academy.
Yeah.
Very nice school. Beautiful
WA,
school.
beautiful school.
Yeah,
Expensive
beautiful school.
school. Beautiful
Expensive school. I
Thank
didn't have.
God for basketball.
Yeah, thank God for basketball.
God for basketball.
I couldn't have gone to that school without
No,
basketball.
me either.
So you used to hoop a lot.
I'm still a
You were nice. You used to be nice
I
back
just
in the day.
busted your ass and horse. Do you want to tell the
Yo,
world
this is not for public
wanna tell the
consumption.
world?
Nobody is supposed to know that.
And it was double or nothing, and I still.
The only reason why you won is because I had on shoes that weren't comfortable.
Oh, really?
I had on uncomfortable shoes, and I had on a crossbody bag. I wasn't in a comfortable place.
Okay. Are you done?
That's the only reason why you won. And I wasn't trying to
Yeah, we
win.
know.
I
We know, Philip.
in my hand,
We know.
and
We know.
the ball was slipping out of my hands
Was
too.
it?
Yeah, you saw it. You saw the. I wasn't. That's the only reason why you won.
This is like
This-
a breakup when a guy's trying to like justify his wrong.
The only
This is
reason
exactly what like
you didn't win. It wasn't a fair. You didn't win
You lost.
fair.
twice. Just say accept it. Sometimes it's okay to accept failure. You'll
I don't
learn.
want. I'm not gonna talk about this
Okay.
anymore. So anyway, your hat line.
Yes.
Are these are some of the baseball caps?
Yes, so Tress for us, it is my hat line that I created because I have all this texture, I have all these curls, and I could never wear a regular hat. I could never just go to Lids or go to a baseball shop and grab a hat and put it on.
Yeah.
Because the shit wouldn't fit. Or I would like have to force it. I'd have a dent on my forehead. It'd be super tight and uncomfortable. And then you'd have to like, women, when we have hair, we have to like tie it mad low. And then I would be sweating all the time with hats.
Right,
and
right.
I was like, they don't make hats for us.
Right. They make hats in different sizes, but it's
Yes.
kind of a one hat fits all
Yes.
kind of thing.
And to be 100, hats were made for men. They weren't made for women, and they weren't made for people with textured hair. Period. We
right.
weren't taken into account.
Right.
So, true story. And the dude I was dating at the time, he would always rush me on dates. You know how y'all men be really rushy sometimes?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I can see how some other people could be that way.
Okay, so
I'm flawless
Oh,
personally. I'm a perfect human,
I'll give you
so
that.
I don't know.
I'll give you
I
that.
can't identify with that. But go on.
The human I was dealing with
Uh-huh.
was very interesting, and he would always rush me. And I tried to grab a hat to go on
Right.
the date with him one day, and I was like, bro, I need like 10 more minutes. He was like,
Mhm.
and I looked at him and I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I said, I'm gonna make a hat. And he was like, what do you mean you're gonna make a hat? I said, I'm gonna make a hat so I can just grab a hat and go on these dates so that you're always giving me last minute, that I have
Right.
to just rush. So I can
Right.
put on a cute baseball hat and leave.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to straighten my hair. I love my texture. I
Right.
love my curls. It took me a long damn time to embrace my texture, and I damn sure ain't gonna start straightening my
Right,
hair
right,
like
right,
I did
right.
when I was 15 years old in my small white town. I'm not
Yeah.
doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So that's when the journey began. And I started designing, and I'm not a damn designer. I
Yeah.
didn't know what I was doing. I don't know how to draw. I just remember sitting in my apartment, my 2-bedroom apartment with my sister, and I was like, I'm gonna make this hat. And she was looking at me like I was crazy. I said, I'm gonna use everything that I ever used for my hair and put it into this hat. So like I thought about being, I played softball, and we would wear like these bands, and I would put them up to keep it off of like my hair.
Mhm.
So I incorporated that in the back of the hat. I'll show you after. And then satin, everything was satin. When I had my hair braided, I had to have satin. Pillows, satin. And I was like, I also need a higher crown because all of my hair. Hat hair is a thing.
Mhm.
Like women, when you take your hat off, you don't want to be seen out there because you look a mess.
Right.
So with satin lining, it allows you to actually take your hat off and still look presentable. All you have to do is zhuzh it up a little bit and you're good to go.
Right.
So that was the premise, and that's how I designed it. And it took me 3 years to design one single baseball hat. And actually we started off with this black vegan leather.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? Every woman needs a little black dress, right?
Mhm.
The LBD, that's like a
Right,
big
right,
version
right,
of
right.
a little black, hot little black dress. It's
Uh-huh.
like our go-to.
Right.
So I was like, let me start with a little black tress. So that was
Dope.
my feelings.
Dope.
So I ran with it.
Dope. Love it.
Mhm.
So you said at one point you said you stopped straightening your hair as much.
Yes.
Right? You said, I'm gonna just let my hair live.
Yes.
Now, what are some of the things, if there are multiple things, I mean, what is it that made you decide to do that?
Stop straightening my hair?
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was in college.
Mhm.
So growing up, I mean, I lived in a white town. My mother is white, my
Yeah.
father is black, and you know, we didn't really know how to do our hair.
Mhm.
I saw all my friends with straight hair. That's all I ever wanted was straight
Right.
hair. So I would straighten it and damage my curls.
Uh-huh.
So I went to school. I went to school on a basketball scholarship in
Uh-huh.
Florida.
I remember. What was this?
Eckerd College.
Eckerd, yep, we went to
College.
Eckerd.
Now Florida humidity is disgusting. Like you literally can't.
Oh, I know.
I would spend an hour and a half straightening my hair just to walk outside for it to go crazy again.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to try to learn how to do my curls.
Mm-hmm.
And as sad as it sounds, when I had my hair curly,
Mm-hmm.
everybody loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Boys loved it, the
Mhm.
girls loved it. And
Yeah.
I was like, I had a moment, I was like, people like my curly hair.
Yeah. And you didn't know that before.
Yeah, I never knew that because where I'm from, how I was raised, I never embraced it.
Right.
Curly hair was not a thing where I was from.
Mhm.
You didn't, and like a lot of us young women do, we fit in these crowds of people because we don't have any other direction to go.
Right.
So in college is when I really embraced my curls. I learned, we're all scientists too. When you got curly hair, you try as many products as you can to make it work. But in Florida, it's good because you need a lot of water and some good product, and you're out, and your
Right.
hair it works.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
beautiful. So that's when I really started embracing my hair in college.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very dope. So you've been designing these hats, and I know they've been doing pretty well. I mean, I love them. I got a couple of them myself.
You do. Thank you for always supporting.
Oh, for sure. Support your people.
Always.
What do you see moving forward with the hats? Do you want to add to it, expand it? Do you have any ideas? I
I
mean,
have so many ideas.
Yeah.
I want to expand.
you don't have to tell those to us now, but
I want to expand. Well, first, my immediate thing that I do want to do, I want to really collab with a really great brand that's
Mhm.
focusing on women of color, that's focusing on unity, that's focusing on female empowerment.
Mhm.
There's a couple brands that I have in mind that I want to do. We just released a collaboration with True Religion,
Mhm.
and that was dope, but business-wise, it was a failure.
Mhm.
They filed bankruptcy, never paid us, and it was a
Mhm.
loss. It's business.
Right,
It's business,
right.
and we're learning that shit hurt.
Yeah.
So now, that could have hurt me and said I'm never gonna collaborate with somebody again. But I was like, no, I want to collaborate with a dope brand that actually has ethics and morals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of just collaborating with any brand that says yes, okay.
Yeah.
Then you end up in situations like Trilogy.
Right.
You know, so my immediate thing, I want to collab with a really dope designer with the same ethics as we have, and then I want to expand the line.
Okay.
I want to make wide brim hats because I can't wear a wide brim hat unless I brush my hair or unless it's straight. So I want to make really beautiful wide brim hats and just expand the collection.
Awesome.
Kids too. We're working on a kids collection.
Kids, huh?
Yes.
So, you know, I got 2 sons,
Yeah.
Ryan and Reese. And my sons have really thick, you know, super thick hair.
Mm-hmm.
And they go in my closet all the time. They raid my closet all the time. And one of my sons, Reese, his hair is long. Like, he wears it like high, you know what I mean? He thinks he's still in the 80s, you know, and he thinks he's been transported to the 80s.
Yeah.
He wears his hair high, and he goes in my closet and he raids it. And he can't fit any of my hats. The only hat he can fit is the Tress hat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's my boy, Reese.
Right. So that's cool. I think it's fitting, especially people of color, because we typically have hair that's. Look at that. Speak of the devil. Reese is calling me as we speak. Hi, son. I'm on air right now. What's up? Yeah, so I think it's very fitting. It's not just for women, but for men too.
Yes. And that's the thing, the unisex. And
Right.
I think that's something we have to start highlighting more.
Mm-hmm.
Because my homeboys with locks and dreads, they can't wear baseball hats. It doesn't fit over them.
Right.
I have my friends from Boston who have locks down to his butt.
Yeah.
He only wears Tress. He literally buys every hat in stock. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you've made something that's original. It's helping. You know what I mean? It's something that can be utilized in a meaningful way. That's very awesome. Now, you said that you had some challenges with Tress. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the challenges you had with Tress?
I mean, I've had endless challenges with Tress. Let's start with the earlier days.
Right.
When I first started creating this, like I said, I'm not a designer. So I needed a prototype. I needed a sample.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the hell to go.
Right.
I reached out to one of my homeboys. He said, hey, go online, check this website out. They'll create a prototype for you. So I said, okay, cool. Did minimal research. I trusted him. I went. I paid a down payment, right? You're supposed to put half down and you get the other half after you receive your sample. You're supposed to get it in about 5 to 6 months. Let's just say that. They did like the drawings for me. They did like the little steps. And 6 months came and I still didn't have a sample. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Long story short, because I wasn't able to do a lot of these things that I needed other people to do, I was relying on them and became dependent on this company that in the end kind of fucked me over.
Right.
So I never got the sample, but I had the drawing. I had the design piece at least. I had this drawing that I could have never finished myself. I lost, I think it was $1,800. I never got a sample, never nothing. That was my first L.
Right.
I lost money. I lost sample, but at least I was like, at least I have the drawing now. At least I have like a literal image of exactly what I want because I can't draw. I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah. But
So that was my first
you
step.
could find somebody who could.
Yes, I knew I could, but I should have done more research. I should have looked into that company more. I should have found a better prototype company that actually would fulfill. Because when you're young and you're a designer and you don't have that much savings, $1,800 is a lot of money, period, to
for sure.
anybody. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Especially like when you're just starting, so it was a big L. My second L, I was in China, and I met these incredible people, and they owned a hat factory. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. This is what exactly I needed. They know the industry, they have the manufacturers, like, it's great. So we're out in China on this trip, and then all of a sudden, we're going back and forth, we're talking, he sends me a sample. I finally have like a physical sample of this beautiful hat that I've been working on for a year and a half at this point. So I'm like, holy shit, this is happening.
Can you describe the feeling of the first time you have something that you have envisioned actually in your hands?
I mean, I've never had a child before,
Right.
in time, but I can't wait to have one. But like, it's like having a baby.
Yeah.
To me, that was my baby, my
Yeah.
product. Like I created something.
Right.
Without sperm, but
Right.
I created something on my own.
Right, right.
And it was like you receive your baby, and you're like, holy shit, it's here.
Yeah.
It took me.
It's
years.
real. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this is real. Like
Yeah.
I just imagined this for a while, and then I put all this work into it, and now it's a
here.
thing. Like this is a real thing.
It's tangible. It's
Yeah.
not just a thought that I had 2 years ago with the guy I was dating at the time. Like it's a thing,
Yeah.
and I know it works. So
Right.
it was unreal, kind of. It was
Right.
like, holy shit, I can do this, and I'm not a designer. I'm none of the above,
Right. And
but
this
I
is-
can do it.
This is after you had lost money. You weren't
Yes.
making money yet. You
No.
had already took
I'm
L's.
off.
You lost
Yes.
money.
I'm on the L. I was
Right.
on the loser side,
But
and
when
I
you-
lost again after the sample, by the way.
Yeah. So you took a few L's.
Yeah,
in the
so,
end. All right.
so when I had the sample, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So we're going back and forth now. There's still shit that need to be fixed. So I'm like,
Yeah.
her, my baby looks good, but we gotta fix X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So now I have my sample. I have my fucking black baby Tress hat.
Mhm.
Everything I wanted in my hands. So now it's time to order inventory.
Right.
Inventory first run, I was only doing $800, 800 hats.
Yeah.
I forgot the exact amount, but it was it was over 5 G's, over 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, same thing. Send me half, and then we'll send the inventory, and you can pay the other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, these people were friends, colleagues of ours.
Right.
All I can tell you is that I sent them a down payment, and I never received, and I never heard from them
Okay.
in over 5 months.
Right.
And I was like, this is weird. And then all of a sudden, I found out they were like con artists. They were like con businessmen, like from China. And I was just like, what the? Like, what gives?
Right.
He was such a cool guy. I knew his family. I knew his kids. Like, I would send them things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent them money, and I never received anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like heartbroken, pissed, angry, and so confused.
Right.
No inventory.
A few L's in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and this was what? This was years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We launched in 2018.
Uh-huh.
So that was like 2016, 17. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say was your mindset when you took these L's? Because you obviously you kept moving forward, but what was your mindset at the time?
Well, I don't give up.
Right.
And I think that's instilled in us as athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was never the best athlete, but I worked my ass off. Like, I knew how to work hard. Like, my older sister was nice. She was always better than me. So I always had to work harder for any type of recognition. So I know how to work hard, and I knew that these L's are just losses. It's okay. Like, it took me some time to learn that every failure is a lesson learned. Right? So that's how I was able to keep going. Like, I wouldn't quit. When you believe in something so, like, strongly, you won't let yourself quit.
Right. You won't
Like,
let
I
yourself.
believed in that shit. I
Right.
believed in this hat, a damn
Right.
baseball hat. I was like, I know if I have an issue that I think that I have. I know my homegirls have issues, my brothers have issues. Like, I know I'm creating something that's gonna help us.
Right.
So why the fuck am I gonna give up for myself and my people?
Right.
So I couldn't quit. I had to keep going. It wasn't easy.
That's so funny you say like sports instills kind of instills those values.
Yeah.
Like, and myself, I always liken so many things to basketball. Like everything, even in court. Like when I'm in court and I'm representing my clients or whenever, I always relate things to basketball.
Yes.
Like whenever something happens that you don't like, that you disagree with, it's the same thing in a basketball play. When somebody makes a shot on you, you're just like, okay. You don't have time.
No.
You don't have any time to be like, oh man, he just made that shot.
You can't dwell on it.
You can't do that. You gotta get back on defense immediately.
You gotta let that shit go.
You gotta let it go immediately.
Yes.
Like you have to pretend it didn't happen,
Yes.
basically. And that's the same thing in life. Like
Yes.
you gotta learn from it and say, okay, he made that shot. I know he gonna keep shooting those.
Yes.
I know I gotta play better defense
Yes.
next time, but you know what I mean?
How do you pivot? How do you shift?
Exactly. How
That's
do you
the game
shift?
of life.
That's the game of life. And
In life is ebb and flows.
right.
That's
right.
basketball. The
right.
ebb and flow of a game.
Exactly.
That is literally life.
That's life. That's
Especially in business.
especially
Period.
in business.
Yeah.
Especially in business. So, but yeah, I love that. And I think that a lot of people who are athletes, a lot of people who are athletes kind of have those kind of skills just kind of instilled in them A lot of times they'll kind of carry that over to other things.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who were athletes who do other things now in their lives other than play sports, and they told me the same thing. You know, I learned so many of these things just hooping or just playing football or just doing this or whatever. So, and you don't know that when you're playing basketball. You don't really realize like
how it's impacting.
Yeah, you don't realize, oh, these suicides. This is just punishment. You just gotta be running for nothing. You know? But I'm really grateful that I got roots in the game of basketball because I think it's helped me a lot in life.
Yeah.
Just to kind of close a little bit, what would you say, or what kind of advice would you give young people of color who are starting on business, young Black creatives?
Yes.
What kind of advice would you give them?
Ask for help. Please.
Right.
Do not have too much pride to ask for help.
Right.
Ask for help.
Right.
Do your research. Find out the people that have already done what you want to do. Reach out, message them, contact them, email them, and don't give up, follow up. Because these people that are here where you want to be, they want to help you. So ask. Like literally successful people, good successful people want others to be successful.
Yo.
They have the gems that we need, that we struggle with day to day.
Come on, somebody!
You know what I mean? So like ask for help.
Right.
Let your pride fucking go and ask for help. That's the only way we can do it.
Right.
Ask for help.
Love it. You heard it here.
Yeah.
I didn't say it, she said it.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Laticia.
Always.
This has been a pleasure. I hope we do it
having
again.
you on here. This is fancy.
I hope we do it again soon.
Yeah.
But yes, this has been another episode of Blood Sun Talks. Thank you for watching. Please come again.
Y'all better come back again.
Come back. Cut!
This is Tress. This is my denim canvas for the summer. It's light. It's high crown. The 3 elastics, like I told you about, you don't need any elastics to put your hair in a ponytail. These are literally your hair elastics right here. And the satin lining. It's perfect. It's going to protect my hair, and you're going to literally put it on like it's your hairpiece. Because you don't need one with Tress. So I don't got to straighten my curls. I keep them as is. All my hair fits in my hat, literally. And it's going to be off the back of your neck because of the 3 elastics. And your ponytail's going to be where it's supposed to be. And it's fitted. And you look cute. And you don't have to damage your beautiful texture. Keep it as is. And honestly, hold on, let me show you. Because even when I take it off, it's still cute.